You know, the entry to turn 7 over here is blind, right? You exit 6, you can't see it. As you slowly get up to it, your first reference is this curb.
Yeah, and I like to follow this white line all the way on my left until about the end of this curb, and that's when I know I can turn in and make sure I get a nice straight brake zone down the hill into 8.
As you can see, it's a complex of turns right here, 8, 9, and 10. 10 being the fast left at the bottom. Everything in this area is to get positioned and have the car set up for that corner.
Exactly. And by doing that, you can choose 2 approaches. You can choose going to the right, or you can choose me and Anthony's approach, which is really braking straight down through 9, kind of cheat 9 a little bit, but then you're able to have a nice brake release and trail off. But also pay attention to the elevation here, because the elevation is going to call you out a little bit, because now you're going to be rolling even more speed down into this tight left-hander.
You'll see a lot of people just really hug the right side of the track here at the exit of turn 8 for 9, but like you said, take more of a straight approach. It's back to moving the weight around, right? We're managing the weight. I don't want to have to turn the car to the right, then back to the left, get on the brakes and turn left again. I like to make a nice straight line to maximize my braking, which once we get up there, we'll talk about that as well.
And it's kind of a way for especially drivers who are learning to really just try to focus on the basics in order to get speed out of the car by working smart, not hard. You know, getting that extra 2 feet for that fraction of part of the track, a lot of people can say, oh, I'm optimizing it, but not really. You're just creating more work for yourself and making it harder.
Vision-wise, I'm already looking into the apex of 10 because that's the ultimate goal. The braking here at the bottom is going to be you got to take some speed out of the car. It's a fast corner, but it's faster than what you think. It's faster than the visual.
I like to call it like a medium brake, where I'm just kind of taking it. It's more than a speed adjustment, but more of a speed adjustment, just to kind of keep the level of the car and that weight transfer nice and smooth. And that medium brake also doesn't catch the car off guard and make the car want to do anything if I want to start to bend the car in a little bit early.
It's like anything with a high-speed corner. This, so far, is the fastest corner that we've started to go through right now. You don't want to put the car through too much pitch change, right? Too much brake puts the car on the nose, unloads the rear of the car. So less brake pressure, keeping that platform flat, makes a lot more downforce and grip.
Which also brings us to our next point, which is when you're basically after your straight line brake and you're getting out to this curb, your brake release becomes pretty important here too. Because your brake release now is important to still, even though it's a medium brake, you want to slowly trail off of that. That way you don't upset that car, even though it's not a hard, aggressive brake.
Yeah, I don't want to put, again, I don't want to put the weight on the nose and turn in, so it's not so much of a trail brake corner. A nice smooth brake release is key. Again, controlling the pitch. And I don't want to, as I turn in, I want the tires, and if it's an aerodynamic, downforce car, I want that to take over, because it's a really fast corner, very rewarding. It's one of my favorites, but not my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. And just being able, you start to realize the better you get on the brakes as a driver down through here, the more speed you can actually take this corner at, as long as you have the right attitude of the car going in.
Yeah, and you look again, elevation change, right? We have it in spades over here in Dawsonville, Georgia. And as you can see or not see, the exit of 10, we don't know where it goes yet, do we?
No, but one thing I do know is that at the apex, it's flat, and then coming out the apex, the track actually goes back uphill, which then gives me a little bit of grip on exit.
Very well said, exactly what I was thinking. The elevation kind of compresses the car and it comes back up. So in this area, I'm right down to the apex curb every time. Vision's over here to the exit. And again, I mean, look, you can't really see much.
Exactly, and it's not necessarily cheating it on this exit, Anthony, but I like to kind of leave about 3 to 4 feet before that track out curb, just to make sure that I have a late enough apex, and because the track does fall off on the track out curb, so I like to leave just a little margin for error.
Absolutely. As you learn the track and get more comfortable with it, and the track limits, meaning there's grass and then a sand trap over here, but look at the road. Basically it's dropping away again, it's losing some camber. And again, man, this right here is why we're coming up to my favorite part.
Exactly.